Hello, good morning students. Today our chapter that we are going to discuss, that is more on GIMP. So there's a what are the things we are going to learn, that is improving digital photos, introduction to layers, selections, path. So there's a little introduction as given. The picture given here are the outcome of editing to create illusion and unrealistic photo. So these are the pictures. So after editing, these are the outcomes, illusion and unrealistic photos. Okay, here we have improving digital photo. What we'll do, photos straight out of the digital camera are huge and too big to put on a website or email. Any correction in the photo can be made before printing and publishing the same. Some of the common ways to edit and improve a digital photograph are scaling, cropping, adjusting brightness and contrast, rotating and straightening, sharpening and red eye fixing. So these are the ways. So first is given scaling a photo. In modern digital camera capture photos with high resolution, so it takes more space. High resolution photo take large space when they are required to be stored in a computer. So scaling a photo makes it simpler without changing the quality of the photo. So the option is scaling. Now in scaling we are using the pixel concept. Pixel are the basic building blocks of digital image that are represented by a dot or square on the computer monitor display screen. They are combined to form a complete image or any other visible thing on a computer display. The unit of measure for width and height is in pixel, the default representation of size. So this is the thing we'll follow in our particular software. So we'll get from image, then scale image, we'll get this option. So width, height, x-axis, y-axis, resolution will say. Based on that we'll set it. Okay, then next what we'll do, scaling is easy, but for many photos scaling may not be the only operation that a user needs to perform. Instead, the user may crop the photo, edit the photo, rotate the photo, etc. Therefore, it is suggested that scaling of a photo is performed only at the last stage of editing. Next, we have cropping. The particular term we have already heard, crop in the sense to remove the edges. Okay, if a photo is has more in it, then the solution is to crop, and we have done several times the cropping option. We have seen our smartphones also cropping option. So this is a picture cropping. This particular picture is cropping and it becomes this one. Okay, so this is the concept of cropping. I think most of you already know about cropping. Next is that brightness and darkening. So there's a control tool, is that brightness contrast tool label. So what is the use of that? So this a picture is given auto, so color theme, then the option is there brightness contrast. Is a tool useful for photo that are overexposed or underexposed. So overexposed means white looking or washed out photo due to the excess light captured in a photo. And what is underexposed? Dark looking photo due to insufficient light captured a photo. So but it is not useful for correcting color cast. The tool gives us two sliders to adjust for brightness and contrast. In figure 9.6 we can see this is the option we will see. For preset option is there brightness and contrast. According to that we will select and click on OK. We will get the required option. Okay. Next we have hue and saturation. If a photo has a color cast that is too much red, blue, green or other colors, the easiest way to correct it is to use hue and saturation. This is given in this particular figure. 9.7 A level tools, 9.7B curve tools, and 9.c hue and saturation tools. So if there is too much red, blue, green or any other color, so we can correct that particular thing with the help of hue saturation tool option. This tool allows the user to select and adjust level of each color individually. Next is that rotate and straighten. Some photos which are clicked and tilted at an angle due to instability in holding the camera straight. This result a crooked photo. So this is a picture of a crooked photo. Sometimes we have did this one. This photo we have clicked also sometimes. Now how to adjust it and a straight image? The process is given here. The steps. Rotate tool can be used to fix this kind of photos. Choose the tool from the toolbar. Then there is the advanced feature. We can change the direction of the default to corrective background. Active the tool by clicking on the photo with the tool. Tool option will be available in the dialog box. So with the help of the rotate and straight image, that particular image is crooked photo, it become a straight photo. Okay, now next is that sharpening. If we get sometimes a photo that's hazy or blur, either the focus of the camera is not set perfectly or the camera is moving when the photo is taken. Most of the time we have seen this particular thing happen. A moderately blurred photo can be improved by sharpening the photo. Okay, so by the sharpening option we can correct it. Next is that is a fixing red eyes. When a photo captured with a flash and if the person in front of the camera is look directly towards the camera, the iris of the eye has the ability to bounce back to the light towards the camera. This particular thing I am talking about, red eye effect. These things happen many times when you click the photos. So how to remove this particular thing? So this is a photo with red eye removed. See the picture, the differentiation between these two. So what are the process steps? Zoom the area around the eye so that it is nice and large and easy to work with. Draw a rectangle around the red eyes with the rectangle tool. Now select filter, enhance red eye removal. So this way you can remove the red eyes. So introduction to layer. In GIMP, each individual transparency is called a layer. The layers are stacked on one another and all layers put together gives the final product. Each layer is allowed to work without disturbing the other layer. Image editing. A layer can be best described as a contribution of image formed with a single image. Layer helps the user to visualize GIMP photo as a stack of transparencies. There is no limit of number of layers on the photo. I just show you the picture. So this is the option you will get for layer. So ways to open a new layer. This is a new layer. These are the layers are given, and new layer you will get the layer name, width, height, layer field type. You will get transparency, white, background, foreground. These are the layer options. So we will get this option. And here you will get the GIMP path and selection. Both are related. A path contains multiple components, that part of a path whose anchor points are all connected to each other with a segment. These multiple components in a path can be converted into a selection. GIMP has the option to transform a selection in a photo into path and paths into selection. When a photo is transformed from a selection into a path, it appears as marching ants. So marching ants, when a path is transformed back into selection, the result is an all or none selection. Okay, so path transform into selection. So this is a picture. So students, these are the summary of the chapter. This is an animated software. So please go through the chapter very well. If you have any doubt, any query, contact me. Thank you very much. Goodbye.